Good morning, students. Welcome to Source Code Learning Session for Grade 4. Source Code is one of the leading names helps students in life goals through schooling, sports, and life skills. Today, I am going to take your English class. We have completed the chapter The Boy and the Robbers, and today we will discuss the exercise and the grammar portion. So, let's begin. Boy and the Robbers by James Baldwin. So let's discuss the story first. In Persia, when Cyrus the great was a king, boy was taught to tell the truth. This was one of their first lesson at home and at school. So they were taught to tell the truth. None but a coward will tell a falsehood, said the father of young Wotan's. So Wotan's father said that if you are a coward, then only you will say the falsehood. Truth is beautiful, always love it, his mother said. When Hortense was 12 years old, he is little grown up. His parents wished to send him to study in a famous school in a distant city. Maybe that was a small town and he is not getting the proper education. That's why his parents were sending him to a distant city for a better school, better famous school. It would be a long journey and a dangerous one. So they decided to send their boy, with a small company of merchants. They are also going to the same place, to the same city. A group of merchants were going to the same city. So his father said, "Goodbye, Hortense. Be always brave and truthful. Farewell, my child. Love that which is beautiful. Despise that which is base." Means which is not having any moral. Despise that means leave that or hate that. Don't take that, said his mother. The little company began its long journey. Some of the men rode on camels and some on horses. They went but slowly, for the sun was hot and the way was rough. Suddenly, towards evening, a band of robbers swooped down upon them. They suddenly attacked them. The merchants were not fighting men. They can't fight. They just give up their goods and money. "Well, boy, what have you got?" asked one of the robbers as he pulled Wotan down from his horse. Wotan said, 40 pieces of gold. But Robert didn't believe him. He laughed. He had never heard of a boy with so much money as that. "This is a good story," he said. "Where do you carry your gold?" Then Wotan said, "It is in my hat underneath the lining." "Oh, well, you can't make me believe that." Then Robert didn't believe and said, "You can't make me believe that." Then he hurried away to rob one of the rich merchants. He thought, Wotan, this is a little boy, he doesn't have anything, so let's go to the another person who is rich. Soon another came up and said, "My boy, do you happen to have any gold about you?" Then again he said, "Yes, 40 pieces in my hat," said Wotan. "You are a brave lad to be joking and with robbers." That robber also thought that Wotan is joking with robbers, said the man. And he also hurried on to a more promising field where he can get more money and or gold. At length, the chief of the band called to Otans and said, "Young fellow, have you anything out than taking?" Otans answered, "I have already told two of your men that I have 40 pieces of gold in my hat, but they wouldn't believe me." Then the chief said, "Take off your hat." The boy obeyed. The chief tore out the lining and found the gold hidden beneath it. "Why did you tell us where to find it?" the chief asked to Otans. "No one would have thought that a child like you had gold about him." "If I had answered your questions differently, I should have to tell the lie," said Otans. "And none but cowards tell lies." Then the robber chief was struck by the answer. He thought of the number of times that he himself had been a coward. Then he said, "You are a brave boy, and you may keep your gold. Here it is. Mount your horse, and my men will ride with you, and see that you reach the end of your journey in safety." Utans in time became one of the famous men of his country. He was the advisor and friend of two of the kings who succeeded Cyrus. So now here is a comprehension. You have to read this story and answer these questions. You already did the question answers, so you can do these answers also. So please write down in your copy. Now these are the fill, fill in the blanks. So what do you have to do here? Here we will use the opposite words which we can see in the bracket. Here you can see in the bracket the word is falsehood. You have to use the opposite word of this word. He is not telling the, what will be the opposite of falsehood? Truth. So he is not telling the truth, the police inspector said. So in that way you have to use the opposite word of these words. Nearby, safe, brave people, preceded. Now here we will use homonyms. Do you know what is homonym? Homonyms are words that have same sound and same spelling, but they have different meaning. Okay. So here you can see, despise that which is best, not having morals, this meaning. But here we can use this word base as in another sentence in with another meaning. Like the base of the pan is red. Now we are talking about the lower part of the pan, frying pan. So you can see the spelling is same, BASE, but meaning is different. These are called homonyms. Who will succeed? Succeeded meaning take the position after. Who will succeed? Vaishak as the school captain, means after Vaishak who will be the school captain. But here we can use this succeed word in another way. Those who will study well will succeed. Means he will be successful or he will achieve his career. The spelling or pronunciation of these words does not change when the meaning changes. Homonyms are words that sound the same and spell the same, but they differ in meaning. So today we will talk about homonyms. Homo, which means the same. Name, which means the name. Here you can see homo, names. Name. Name means name. Now see book. Here you can see the picture of book, and what the meaning of book is what we use for study. But we can use this word book in another way, that is book, ticket booking. Example, the word book can mean something to read or to reserve something. In both the cases, the sound and spelling of the word are same and only the definition changes. Here, here means eye drops, or here means to pull something apart. You can tear a paper. So tear means to pull something apart with force. It also means a drop coming out of a person's eyes when they cry. So see here the meanings are different, but we can use the meanings are different, but spelling is same. In that way, we have so many words in our dictionary who are homonyms, like can. Can means able, I can do it. Or can means container. You just take the can to the milkman. He will give you milk. So here we are using can in different way. Fine. Fine means payment for unlawful act. Means if you break the traffic rule, then you have to give fine. So this is the unlawful act and you are paying for that. And other name is good. Good quality. Fine means good quality. This is fine quality cloth. Left. Left means direction. Left, right. And left means went. He left. He left home. Means he went for another. He went to another place from home. Pupil. Pupil means student or part of eye. Ring. Ring means sound of bell. And circle. So these are list of homonyms. Bat, band, ruler, sink, write, ring, tie, watch, fly, letter, can, nail, pump, park, rose, sheep. Every word they do have another meaning. So you just read and study about these homonyms. In the same way, in your exercise, you can see school. There's a meaning of school. The school meaning of school is a place where children learn. Wotan's words were sent to a famous school. A large number of fish or sea animals. A school of dolphins. This is a collective noun. School. Lie. A statement that is not true. Or lie means put oneself in a flat position. Means like doctor. The doctor asked me to lie on my back. Here I'm saying about I'm laying down. This is from your exercise. In each of the following pairs of sentences, one word is missing. The missing word in the both sentences has the same spelling and pronunciation, but a different meaning in each. Find the word with the help of the context and fill in the blanks. So, the teacher says Anmol is a dash student. It will say word will be same in both sentence, but meaning will be different. These are homonyms. Here, first one I will tell you. The teacher says Anmol is a bright student. I can use this bright here also. Like at noon, it is so bright at the beach that you can walk without sunglasses. Here we will use the opposite words. No, this is wrong. You just see the direction here and do it. Here you can see or, a word, a new word you can see here. You need an oar to dash a boat. Oar means a pole with a flat blade used to row or steer a boat, rowing boat. It is useful for rowing boat. So here you have to use a word which will be same here also. So you will do it in your copy and send it to me. Compare the phrases in the left column of the with the sentence in the right column. Brave, brave boy. The boy is brave. Beautiful truth means truth is beautiful. Hot sun. The sun is hot. This brave boy, beautiful truth, hot sun. These are called phrase. A phrase is a small group of words that adds meaning to a sentence. It's not a complete sentence, but it will give a meaning to a sentence. When we will say brave boy, then we don't need to tell that full sentence like the boy is brave. A brave boy did this job. So we can say like this. These are some descriptive sentences. Here we are using be verb in past tense and present tense. In present tense, be verb is, truth is beautiful, sun is hot. In past tense, be verb is was, the way was rough, the robbers were cruel. The day is bright, warm and beautiful, using more than one describing word. We can say day is bright, warm and beautiful. The man was tall, thin and dark. We are using three adjectives here in a single sentence. and we are talking about one subject, that is the day, the man, with adverbs. The water in the pool is very cold. The king was extremely kind. To make these descriptive sentences negative, add not after the verb. Like the sun is not hot. The sun is not isn't hot. The wave was not rough, or the wave wasn't rough. The man was not tall, thin, and dark, or the man wasn't tall, thin, and dark. The water in the pool is not very cold, or the water in the pool is not very cold, isn't very cold. Here also you have to use the be verb in present tense and past tense, and you have to write down the sentences here. Sumit is intelligent. First one is done. Second one will be present tense for park. This park is clean and green. Now you have to do others. Here it is listening and speaking.
Book 4, Unit 1, Listening and Speaking, D1.
Mullah Nasruddin was a wise man who lived in Persia several hundred years ago. Nasruddin once borrowed a pot from his friend. The next day, he gave the pot back to the friend and also gave him another smaller pot. The friend looked at the small pot and said, "What is that?" "Your pot gave birth while I had it," Nasruddin replied. "So I am giving you its child." The friend was glad to receive the extra pot and didn't ask any more questions. A week later, Nasruddin borrowed the original pot from the friend. After a week passed, the friend asked Nasruddin to return it. "I cannot," Nasruddin said. "Why not?" the friend replied. "Well," Nasruddin answered, "I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your pot has died." "What?" the friend asked without believing. "A pot cannot die." "You believed it gave birth," Nasruddin said. "So why is it that you cannot believe it is dead?"
So this was the story. What you listen. Now let's move on to our exercise. In D, you have to listen to the story again and answer this question. So it was the today's session. Thank you so much, students.